Hey folks, welcome back to the Beer Wrench Garage, and if this is your first time visiting, welcome to the Beer Wrench Garage. Today I wanted to bring you a quick video to talk about an interesting little accessory set, and to be honest with you, my disappointment in it. So recently I was watching my man Justin Dow, one of his videos, and he was walking through AutoZone, and I don't know if he specifically talked about this or I randomly glanced at it in the background, but I saw that Duralast, the AutoZone house brand, had put out this accessory set, and I was like, awesome, that sounds great. So I kept an eye out for it, and then the next time I was in my local AutoZone, I went and I grabbed it. So I want to talk to you about my thoughts on this set here. But before I do that, I want you to understand, I want you to know that I'm a big fan of Duralast, whether it's their parts or their tools. I've been using Duralast as a, I wouldn't say a go-to, but as a reliable kind of supplement to my tools, for years now. Like things like if I ever needed a specialty wrench or a big wrench, I'd go to get a Duralast when I trust them, right? I trust them for these kinds of things. I have this old little set that I got for I think Black Friday one Thanksgiving, like 12 years ago. It's still going strong. One of the cool little things that they make is this tiny little 1/4-inch ratchet. It's very skinny, very small, works perfect. A few years ago, neighbor was working on something, and we needed a 1 1/16 12-point socket. Ran down to AutoZone and grabbed Duralast. So the point is, I've been using Duralast stuff for many years. I'm not one of these folks that talks down on Duralast because it's the AutoZone the house brand. However, I had this notion that the Duralast accessory set here was going to be as good as my expectations had been or had been established for the previous Duralast tools that I used, and they fell a little bit short. So I want to talk about this and what this set is and what my major gripes are for it. The reason I was so excited about the set, this is actually part number 62955. The reason I was so excited about this set is I actually have a similar tool set or accessory set from DeWalt, and I've been using this for years. When I found it on sale one time, and I bought multiples, like 3 or 4 of them, and I've sent a couple to friends, and I have a couple that I'm using. And so this DeWalt set has a 1/4 and 3/8, has adapters and extensions, and it's really, really convenient. It's got a little carry handle, and it's pretty skinny, light, so easy to transport and use, and I have zero complaints about this. I really liked it. Anyway, when I saw this on Justin Dow's video, all that flashed into my mind was the equivalent of the DeWalt set, but with the addition of a 1/2-inch drive. I was like, oh my god, that'd be so awesome. So I ran down to the AutoZone. I grabbed it. I didn't even really look at it quickly, like in detail. I just grabbed it because, like I said, my previous experience with Duralast has been very good, so I didn't think twice about it. I hurriedly got back home, and so as I was, walking out of the store, obviously I noticed that like this case is pretty bulky. I mean, it's not heavy, but it's pretty bulky. It's not like something you can slip a finger into and carry with a bag or another case. This is going to pretty much take up one full hand. Anyway, so I was like, whatever. Got it home. I said, it is what it is. And the minute I opened it up and I looked closely at it, first of all, the case is a little chintzy. It doesn't like keep the adapters and accessories securely locked in like some other cases do. So if this is moving around in the back of a vehicle, you're walking around like to a mobile job or in a junkyard, there's a chance some of these things will come out and come loose, and it's annoying. But here is my biggest gripe, and there's no knurling. This is a huge deal for me. No knurling on any of the extensions. And so that makes a big difference, especially when you're working in a situation where it's like a kind of like a tight squeeze. It's maybe greasy or your hands are sweaty, and that additional knurling is a big deal to have. And if you don't know what knurling is, see, this is the DeWalt extension. This is the little texture on the metal that allows you to get some grip on it. Whereas if this is greasy, it's going to be a lot harder to turn. So my biggest disappointment with that. Now, getting over that, it's got a number of extensions from, let's see, half inch to 3/4, 3/8 to half inch, and then half inch to 3/8, quarter to 3/8, 3/8 to quarter. So it's got all the chrome extensions you'd want. Those are nice. Got U-joints for half, 3/8 and quarter, and it's got, I believe this is 3, 6, and 9 or 10 inch. What is that? 3, 6, and 10 inch extensions for the 3/8 drive, 2 inch and 6 inch for 2 inch and 6 inch for quarter drive, and 3 and 5 for half inch drive. And it's got a breaker bar. Actually, this isn't too bad. I like the breaker bar, the feel of it, but it's a 3/8 drive breaker bar, and I just don't see like what this is going to do for you as a breaker bar. Right? It's basically a ratchet but with no gears, so it's really not going to give you a whole lot of leverage. It's basically a placeholder. I'd rather wish they'd given you maybe some additional I don't know, some other type of extension. Got also a half inch drive breaker bar, but again, I'm sorry, if you're trying to get a half inch bolt off and you need to use a breaker bar, this doesn't really give you a whole ton of leverage. Now, I guess it's a poor man's way of having a ratchet there. Like if you didn't have a ratchet, you could technically use this as a ratchet, so it serves that purpose. But I would much rather they not have given the breaker bars and use that instead to give more accessories and give knurling on the extensions. So yeah, if I was gonna give them feedback for this set, I would say ditch the 2 breaker bars because they don't really do anything for you. And instead of that, spend the extra money to get a better fitting case, a better molded case to make sure these things don't move, and spend the extra money to get knurling on there. So I have been using these sparingly off and on. I don't foresee any issues with them in any normal, like, you know, I'm sure they'll hold up just like any comparable extension set will. I don't know about the U-joints. So here's another example of, here's a DeWalt U-joint, and then the Duralast U-joint. So the DeWalt one, as you can see, is more compact. It's shorter. The nub here is shorter, and in overall length it's shorter. Actually, like, the body is the same, but the nub is longer on the Duralast. It's shorter on the DeWalt. But the big thing that DeWalt has is knurling. Again, no knurling whatsoever on the Duralast. And so I haven't used a Duralast at all, but it doesn't, you know, granted it's not broken in, haven't been used, but it doesn't just feel as smooth as the DeWalt. So this goes for, I want to say, $44.99 or $49.99, somewhere around $50. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't know. Personally, I don't feel like. I feel like if I was looking for extensions or accessories, I feel like I could do better for $50. Would I buy another one? No. Would I buy some for, like, to have an on hand to gift to people? No. Now that I have this, I'm not going to go through the hassle of taking it back So I'll keep it around and use it. But it's just not going to be a favorite set of mine. And if you're considering this, I would say think long and hard about like the stuff I talked about, and there might be better ways to spend your $50. Anyway, I know I go on a little bit long when it comes to tools, but I hope that give you a little bit of insight, give you a little bit of something to think about. And if you're wondering about this set, I hope it gave you some information. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, check out some of our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.